This week's episode of Cold Takes is brought to you by Toka Sticks Golf Club in Mesa, Arizona. Toka Sticks Golf Club welcomes guests to a traditional golf experience on an affordable and enjoyable layout. Toka Sticks Golf Club is owned by the Gila River Indian community and was designed by the Army Corps engineer in the early 1950s as a recreational facility for personnel stationed at Williams Air Force Base. Welcome to the Cold Takes show. My name's Lewis.
My name's Ethan.
And everything we say is right because we are just the most opinionated, most educated men on music. And if you don't agree with us, you're probably wrong.
We're better than Anthony Fantana.
Yeah. Today's main topic is Tom MacDonald and his wonderful influence on the American youth and music as a whole. Ethan, what do you think about it?
He's quite possibly the greatest rapper of all time.
I think he's quite possibly the greatest musician of all time. You know, I look at the Beatles. I look at Silento. I look at, who else? Shakira. And I think Tom MacDonald is just all of these people combined, but better. I think the only person that rivals Tom MacDonald is like maybe Beethoven, but I don't know. I mean, like, Tom MacDonald is probably a better composer if you think about it as well.
Well, I mean, when you think about it, when you look into the deeper meaning of his songs, I mean, his lyrics are just really so intellectual. And I really feel like he just expands the worldview through his songs.
Yeah, honestly, like, a lot of people probably, if you don't know about Tom MacDonald is a political, almost, rapper, mainly underground on YouTube. But he's starting to gain more notoriety. And Tom MacDonald, he makes these political raps talking about heavily debated topics in the United States today. And I guess around the world, but he's more of a centralized United States rapper. And, I mean, you can just tell some of his titles: I Hate Hip Hop, Fake Fans, Coronavirus, I Don't Drink, Everybody Hates Me, where he has a Make America Great Again ski mask.
That's and you can't forget White Boy. You cannot forget about White Boy.
Speaking of White Boy, I think we should probably delve into the meaning of White Boy. White Boy is one of his most controversial, but his also most noticed song, I'd say. It's probably his most influential as well. I mean, he's just the greatest rapper of all time. We can't not listen to White Boy, you know? So I think we should take this time to listen to White Boy, and we'll give our opinions after we're finished.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's listen to White Boy.
I cannot feel guilty for that I didn't do, but I can understand the reasons why you think that I should. Yeah, I'm white, but I never put your neck in no noose, and I never burned a cross or hit my face with a hood. You can't just label me racist, cause I'm related to people who did some terrible way back before I was alive. My parents brought me up to treat everyone as an equal. I refuse to feel ashamed cause of my pretty blue eyes. And Nazi, white supremacist, anyone who labels me as that because of my family genetics. The hatred for Caucasians is so pathetic. Go be proud that you're black, but don't hate me for some credit. I'm not the white devil, neo-Nazi, cop trying to pull the trigger. You can call me what you want, but I'd still never say.
That is a very powerful statement right there. Because I think what he was actually trying to say there is that he was never going to pull the trigger because he was never going to call them. You see where he's going with this?
Yeah, I do. On a side note, I just broke my spoon. I'm eating a Blizzard. My plastic spoon is broken.
Nice.
I can't
you
comfortably
can't eat
my Blizzard. I can't comfortably.
And you know why? You know why? It's because, like the song says, you're just being attacked for being white.
I am white, and this is what I get.
This is what you're getting for being white. And honestly, I think this is a larger issue. I think this issue hasn't been really touched on. This issue got touched on maybe a little bit, like by some other artists, like Gummy Bear. Gummy Bear talked about this a little bit as well. And even, what's his name? I need to search him up. Ilvis the Fox? Yes, Ilvis the Fox and his song, What Does the Fox Say? I think What Does the Fox Say was actually a political message for what does the white person say? Like, what does the white person say when they're being attacked by all of these people? You know, you have all these other races that claim to be the ones that are oppressed. But what is the white person supposed to say? Because either way, they're in a losing scenario. So I think Ylvis, when he talks about the fox, the fox is supposed to represent a white American in the modern era, where what is he supposed to say when someone says something to him? When someone calls him out for being racist, what do you say? You can't, it's just a lose-lose. And I think that's one of the issues that Tom MacDonald has, essentially the balls, to put it quite frankly, to point out. Because while Gummy Bear tried to hint at it and Ylvis tried to point at it, Tom MacDonald is the only one with the balls to say it straight up.
You know what? I have the balls to say something. Dairy Queen needs to make a better flavor for the new Blizzard. The drumstick Blizzard really sucks.
Well, there goes our Dairy Queen sponsorship. So.
Well, the world needs to know. Just like Tom MacDonald is letting the world know about what's going on in the world right now. The world needs to know that the drumstick Blizzard sucks. Yeah, there's too much garbage in it.
It's a good thing we have Toka Sticks Golf Club as our sponsor today. Toka Sticks Golf Club welcomes guests to a traditional golf experience, affordable and enjoyable layout.
Thank you, Toka Sticks. All right. In Arizona.
Moving on to continuing with the white boy.
I'm not the white devil, neo-Nazi, cop trying to pull the trigger. You can call me what you want, but I'd still never say the white race as a whole ain't the enemy. There's racist white people, but we're far from that collectively.
White boy, don't say that. White boy, oh you so bad.
This level of composition is only something you see with greats like Beethoven and, again, Gummy Bear. Just wanted to point that out.
White boy, you wish you were black. White boy, dear white boy. White boy, white noise. Can't say with my white voice. White.
I would like to say something.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just like to point out, look at how much emotion you can hear in his voice.
Seriously, I was thinking that. Yeah.
It's incredible. I mean,
he's into it, man. You can tell he cares.
You can tell he cares about the world.
Like, white people are tired of this, man.
Exactly. This was made in 2018. And I feel like these same feelings can be carried on to right now.
Like, just hundreds of years of oppression against white people. You know how much white people have been through, man? Like, man.
Exactly. There's a lot. And I feel like these exact feelings can be shared the same here today on July 6th. On the Monkiest Monday.
Oh, Monkey Mondays!
Yeah, Monkey Monday, baby!
It's a Monkey Monday, baby! Continuing, like, as a non-white American, I can't exactly relate to Tom MacDonald, but through his music, I can definitely feel the emotion to the point where I understand where he's coming from. I feel sympathy for Tom MacDonald, because I'm sure being white in the United States today is an impossible feat. It's impossible. I don't think you could successfully get away with being white nowadays, just because, honestly, at the end of the day, you're just racist.
I mean, I will say this, since you're not white, I am hating you right now.
Exactly.
I am hating talking to you.
Right here, right now, you have just admitted to hating me because I am not white. And you know what? I respect your balls for doing that, and I respect Tom MacDonald for pointing that out.
White lies don't tell me how to see it through my white eyes.
If a black man is sipping on some cognac sitting next to me, I don't assume that every black's favorite drink is Hennessy. I don't dislike Tanisha because her first name isn't Stephanie. Not only is that wrong, it's a waste of energy. Ivory or ebony, 45 or 17, we all bleed the same. Martin Luther King or Kennedy. They're angry, I'm reciting the facts. He's white and he raps and stole the culture right from the blacks. Okay, he's fire, but we lit the flame, we siphon and gas. So this corny little honky man, the whitey is whack. You letting history perpetuate the hate you within, and then you paint me with the brush you painted slave owners with. Yeah.
White boy, don't say that.
Did Tom MacDonald just admit to owning slaves? What do you think about that? What are your opinions on owning slaves, Ethan? This is Kevin. Be careful here.
Well, it's bad. That's all I can say on there. If I go any farther, I will die. So,
this is exactly why we praise Tom MacDonald, because he, unlike you, Tom MacDonald just has the balls to say he will go further. He does go further, and this song is pointing it out. Tom MacDonald goes further than the average white person to prove that white people are racist and white people are okay with that.
White boy, oh you so bad, white boy.
I got a mother, a father, a sister, an auntie, an uncle, and a grandma that I picture when you're openly hating. And God willing, one day I'll have a kid of my own. I refuse to let you blindly hate my wife and my baby, so go ahead and hate the racists. I pray for their extinction. If you wanna hate the white people, just make the distinction between the ones who want the best for everyone regardless, and the ones who build the system just to smother you with hardship. Stop before you say it. I know what you've been thinking. How's a straight white male in 2018? You're making me the villain by demonizing my race for things I didn't do and decisions I didn't make. No one that I call a friend has ever owned a slave, and neither did our dads or our dads' dads. Sakes, acknowledging atrocities were wrongly committed is all that I can offer while I'm wrongly convicted. I would never hate a man for what God gave him in pigments, and I would never plot against him just because he is different. I would never judge a human for the cards he was given or call him lesser than myself because of the race that he's mixed with. White people that you hate.
Do you think Tom MacDonald is the third coming of Christ?
What about the second?
We're here.
You got a point. Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah,
I mean, he's definitely bringing people together, definitely uniting.
Yeah, I mean, look at the like to dislike ratio. 226,000 likes, 42,000 dislikes.
That's definitely all atheists.
I think it might even just be Satanists, honestly. I think we have 42,000 Satanists and 226,000 sane people. Yeah, I mean, Tom MacDonald is quite literally just the greatest thing ever. I can't even, and we're not even done with the song. We still have another minute and 30 seconds of greatness to listen to, so let's go with it.
Hate aren't your neighbors or lawyers. They're the Rockefellers, Rothschilds, Bushes, and Royals. They're the people who monopolized the water and oil and injected your communities with drugs that they spoiled. Got no patience for Nazis. I think they're better off dead. They're fighting hatred with hatred, making the hate more intense. I don't want nothing to do with either side of the fence, so don't blindly attack me for wearing braids on my head. Hate the people who believe you put yourselves in the ghetto. Hate the ones who teach their children you ain't because they said so. Hate the ones who think you're all the same and judge you profusely because the way that you're portrayed on our news and in movies. Being white and being racist aren't the same, man, I promise. No, it's hard to tell the difference if I'm just being honest. I deserve the chance to show you I'm not part of the problem, and you owe it to yourselves. We got so much in common.
White boy, don't say that. White boy, oh you so bad. White boy, you wish you were black.
Ethan, do you wish you were black?
Yes.
Exactly.
It'd be pretty cool.
So do you think that Tom MacDonald, that his opinion is the same because he's antagonizing the other side, saying people are basing their prejudices on the fact that he's white and that he wishes he was black, and he's arguing against that, but you are saying you do wish that you were black. So where do you think Tom MacDonald falls? What do you think?
Well, I'll probably say that, I mean, looking at him as a whole, there's nothing really to change about him. He's already perfect.
Exactly.
So
you hit it right.
Why would he need to change pigments, dog? Why would he need to do that? See, me, I would need that. That would be a great plus for me. But for him, you don't need to change a thing.
Like, if you're Tom MacDonald, are you even worried about anything in your life anymore? You've already established yourself as one of the most influential rappers, if not the greatest rapper. When I think of great rappers, I think of the Wiggles, the Backyardigans, all these groups, the Beatles, like these large scale. It takes multiple people to build these franchises. Tom MacDonald throws that away, does it by himself, slaps a MAGA hat on it, and you know what? He's just the greatest rapper I've ever seen.
He really is.
White boy, don't say that. White boy, oh you so bad. White boy, you wish you were black. White boy, dear white boy.
The fact that this song doesn't get played on the radio is exactly the kind of oppression that Tom MacDonald is resisting. What are your final thoughts overall? What do you think overall? What would you rate Tom MacDonald's White Boy?
Well,
out of 10, of course.
Obviously. Well, after listening to that song, I mean, it probably checked off everything on my list of what makes a great song. I would have to unironically give it a 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10, nice.
Obviously, if in a joking matter, I would say a 11 out of 10, a million out of 10, any number above 10. It's just so...
It's perfect. It's essentially perfect.
It's perfect. It's perfect. That's the only word that describes White Boy by Tom MacDonald.
White
Perfect.
Boy by Tom MacDonald. Just one of the greatest songs. I think we'll probably play one more song by Tom. We'll play a recent one. White Boy is kind of an old song. So we'll listen to Coronavirus by Tom MacDonald. That's a very relevant topic right now. This is Coronavirus by Tom MacDonald. Let's see how good it is.
I don't know what to think about this virus. Started in China, now everybody in America's hiding. There's no groceries because people start to panic and buy it. The shelves are empty, the ones with plenty already stockpiling. Y'all making memes, think it's funny? Wait a week till the riots. Wait a month till the only way to...
Tom MacDonald hit that right on the head. He said, wait a week till the riots. Look at that. Look at that. Tom MacDonald predicted the... I'm telling you, he's essentially the third coming of Christ. Tom MacDonald knew that coronavirus would lead directly into riots, and guess what it did even? It led into riots.
We got the riots, baby.
We had the riots. The riots are gone now. What is Tom MacDonald predicting next? Let's find out.
Eat is be violent. It's not the sickness that's scary. It's all the people who whiling. The government lying. They trying to keep us calm through the sirens. You know it's for real. And all the pharmaceutical giants don't have a cure that they can sell you. So now everyone's dying. There's no vaccines or medication made that can fight it. I guess it's time to pray to God. We can't rely on the science. And everyone around me in a mask and some gloves. The stock market crashed and the bank's about to bust. Tell us sanitize our hands. This will pass. It's a bug. Stay in.
I want to go back a little bit to the part where he says the stock market crashed. Do you think this is the next thing to come in the list of predictions by Tom MacDonald? Do you think there is a stock market crash coming soon?
Well, I'm not going to burst your bubble here, but I don't believe he's talking about or the future from like starting right now. I mean, the stock market did go down a little while ago because of it. I don't know if you remember that.
Do you think that was a complete crash, or do you think he's still foreshadowing to something worse, though?
Okay, now you're starting to make me worry, and I believe he is predicting it.
I'm not the one. It's Tom MacDonald saying it. He's already proven himself right.
Now, you could be completely right now. He could have been, trying to act like, oh yeah, I'm talking about what's going on right now. No, you know what? Now I think he's trying to make me open up my third eye, and now I think he's predicting a complete stock market crash. I believe the world economy is just going to end.
I like particularly this comment, the top comment on his video by XX Sinful Griff XX, saying, I'm a truck driver and I'm trying like hell to keep this country moving. I can say most of us in the industry feel the weight of that responsibility now more than ever. Don't stress, don't empty shelves, we got you. So long as I'm able to drive, this truck isn't stopping for shit. And I know I'm not alone in this sentiment. I think that is a very powerful sentiment, actually. This was 3 months ago now. So do you think Sinful Griff, do you think he's succeeded? Do you think he's brought back the economy? Or do you still believe the words of Tom MacDonald that there is going to be a complete economic failure?
Well, Tom MacDonald, I don't believe he's ever wrong. So I think the stock market will completely crash. But you know what I will say? Do you know what I cannot stop loving?
What?
Toka Sticks Golf Club.
Toka Sticks Golf Club.
That's what I'm talking about.
Toka Sticks Golf Club is fully grassed from tee to green and plays from 5,185 to 6,900 yards on level fairways guarded by stands of mature eucalyptus, mesquite, palm, and palo verde trees. Though subtle, the challenges from this layout merit the attention of every player. Toka Sticks Golf Club, thank you for sponsoring this video. Back to the song.
Inside, you'll be fine till we're trapped there for months. It's a ghost town, we're in this together. They're closing all the stores down, we're heading for shelter. It's all war now, they'll always remember. When locking all our doors down, we're sticking together. This a pandemic, but we don't listen to the news because they lied to us for years, so how we know that this the truth? And most of us are young enough to think that we're immune, so we just pass it on to people who won't survive it like you. It's either worse than they're telling us or it's nothing at all. But the school shut down, a ghost town in the mall. They gon' quarantine the city, block the road out of Dodge, then tell us leaving our homes is actually breaking the law. This is just the beginning, you know it's gotta get worse. If the doctors get sick, the hospitals won't work. The conspiracy theories all sound like facts, that's for sure, but the fact is we're trapped on this planet called Earth. And the bleach gone, the bread gone, the water sold out, the meat gone, the milk gone, the pasta sold out. Don't leave anything for anyone, you hoard it for yourself.
That's masterclass writing. I'd like to repeat that part again, where he's just listing everything that is just gone. And now, like, looking back upon it, like, everything is back now. But, like, maybe this is an omen. We were discussing it earlier. Maybe this is an omen of things to come in the future. And I'd like to point out just how great this writing is. I'd like to listen to it again.
Bread gone, the water sold out, the meat gone, the milk gone, the pasta sold out. Don't leave any.
When he said the pasta sold out, I really felt the pasta being sold out. I don't know if you felt, but I genuinely felt like the pasta was sold out.
Anything for anyone, you hoard it for yourself. You'd rather tell them go to hell than be a man and go and help.
Whoa!
Whoa! Rewind.
Whoa! You heard that too, right?
Yes, sir.
Dude, did he really say that?
Let's listen to it again. Let's see if he actually did.
Go to hell than be a man and go and help.
Oh
man!
It's a ghost.
He said hell. Come on, man. Tom MacDonald.
You know what? No. He's the third coming. He can say it.
I think he does have permission, but
he has permission.
It just shows you the level of urgency in his writing. You know, you can tell that he's trying to help us, and he just needs to point out how serious it is, to the point where he's going to use hell as a word. And while I don't personally condone the use of that word, I think using that word is probably one of the worst things you could do. I think that Tom MacDonald being the third coming, he has permission. Anything slides, man. If he's trying to help us, he's trying to help us.
We're in this together. They're closing all the stores down. We're heading for shelter. It's all war now. They'll always remember when locking all our doors down. We're sticking together. We're hoping for the best, but we're preparing for the worst. There's one thing we're not scared of, is hard work. We're up against an enemy that doesn't have a face. There's no bombs we can drop, there's nowhere we can aim. There's no soldiers to stop with a tank at the gates. There's no cure that we've got or a pill we can take. There's no food, it's been bought. The truth is we're afraid. We sit inside our rooms and we pray. It's a ghost town, we're in this together. They're closing all the stores down. We're heading for shelter. It's all war now, they'll always remember when locking all our doors down. We're sticking together.
Be smart, be strong, be safe. Together we will overcome. Do your part. Thank you to Tom MacDonald. That was Coronavirus by Tom MacDonald.
You know, you think I have an unopened copy of Danny Phantom, the Ultimate Enemy for the Game Boy Advance. Like, you know, the plastic's still on and everything.
Mm-hmm.
You think I could sell it on eBay for a good price?
Let's find out. eBay.com. What's it called?
Danny Phantom, the Ultimate Enemy for the Game Boy Advance.
For the Game Boy Advance. Danny Phantom, the Ultimate Enemy. An opened copy, $6.25.
Dang, so, I mean...
Pre-owned, $10.
Yeah,
unopened copy of Danny Phantom, the Ultimate Enemy. We're looking at a gold mine.
I mean, I can get at least a good $6 on this. I'm pretty happy.
And that's opened. Yours is closed. You are genuinely
mine's closed.
We can make some serious profit off of this. Speaking of serious profit, Toka Sticks Golf Club.
Toka Sticks Golf Club.
Thank you for sponsoring this video. This wouldn't have been possible without you guys. We love you guys. You're in the Arizona area. If you're in the world area, if you live on Earth, you got to go down to Arizona, visit Mesa. Go to Toka Sticks Golf Club. They're there for you. We're here for you. Tom MacDonald, speaking of, he's also here for you. What are your final thoughts, rating on Coronavirus compared to White Boy? Good. Out of 10? Good out of 10?
Good out of 10. Unlike this freaking Blizzard. This thing sucks. I don't know why I'm still eating it.
Dairy Queen, if you are listening, please sponsor us. We just
we hate
your
You
products.
have good Blizzards. You have good blizzards, and I don't know why. Like, I don't know how you ruined it. A drumstick, a Nestle drumstick blizzard, and you somehow ruined that. You had the greatest idea, and you soiled it. Garbage.
I think Tom MacDonald's coronavirus is a decent. It is a decent out of 10. I was kind of hoping for more. Maybe a feature from Tyler the Creator, a feature from Mozart, even. It's kind of underground, but some of you may know him. I think a feature definitely would have made this song a little bit stronger, but I think the message is good. I think the beat was good. I think the chorus in the background, I think it was great. So I give it overall decent out of 10. It was lacking, not nearly as impactful as White Boy, but it speaks to the younger generation that are going through.
It definitely does. I feel like a Nightcore remix would have made the song a lot better.
That would be amazing. Listening to Nightcore Tom MacDonald. Is there any Nightcore Tom MacDonald? I wonder. Tom MacDonald Nightcore Coronavirus. Look at that. Nightcore Coronavirus Tom MacDonald.
I don't know what to think about this virus. Started in China, now everybody in America's hiding. There's no groceries because people start to panic and buy it. The shelves are empty, the ones are plenty.
We should probably stop there with that Nightcore remix.
That's enough.
This is obviously a serious conversation we're having, and I don't want to get too hype with the Nightcore remix. We
need to focus. But Meliodas, The Real Sin of Wrath. I appreciate your Nightcore remix of Coronavirus. Okay.
I'll definitely join your Discord.
I think that is... Oh, there's a Discord. We should join the Discord. Moving on, I think that's enough of Tom MacDonald for this episode. I think something else important to talk about right now in the news is Kanye West. Kanye West, you might know him. He's made some great songs. I can't name one. Great guy, I imagine. Kanye West is running for president of the United States. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, it'd be really cool to see someone with his stature becoming president of the United States. Unfortunately, the dumb ding-dong out here didn't sign any papers to confirm it. So as of right now, all he did was tweet it out. No one can actually vote for him. He can't be on the ballot. Homie needs to sign the papers.
I will say, I do think that if Kanye West were to become president, I think this country would take an amazing turn for the better. I think it's finally time for America to have its first black president. What do you think?
Yeah. So far, we've only had white presidents.
I think it's time.
I feel like having the first black president being Kanye West would be a major achievement for the United States of America.
It sets up the stage for greatness. Once you have our first black president, where do we go from there? Like, we can only go up.
We can only go up. I think Kanye West could... Okay, looking at it from just seeing the future, Kanye becoming the first black president would be amazing for the U.S. It would just be outstanding. He would do so much for the economy, for music. We can have the first presidential genre.
Yeah, we would have the first presidential genre. That is impressive. I really think the accolades of Kanye West make him a very qualifying candidate to become president of the United States. I think here, speaking for Ethan, I think we can both agree that we officially endorse Kanye West as our political candidate for 2020.
Yep.
I think it's the right choice. I think Kanye West would be perfect for president, and I think it's finally time for America to have its first black president. I think we're
But do you know what?
Yeah.
Do you know what else I endorse?
What do you endorse? I think I have.
I endorse Toka Sticks Golf Club.
Actually, in Toka Sticks Golf Club endorsing us for this episode. Toka Sticks Golf Club, Mesa, Arizona. Call them at 480-988-9405. Toka Sticks Golf Club features a practice facility and offers various instruction options from its PGA teaching professionals. If you ever played PGA Tour on the Wii, you're going to love Toka Sticks Golf Club.
Tiger Woods PGA Tour 09.
Tiger Woods. If you're watching this, we love you, Tiger Woods. And I think our final topic today is more of a, not nearly as entertaining, more of a somber, more a not really great, but it is news, and as the most opinionated and most educated music reviewers, we must discuss the passing of Charlie Daniels. Charlie Daniels is known for his band, self-titled, but one of his most famous hits being "The Devil Went Down to Georgia." Your opinions, Ethan? What do you think about
Well,
this news?
already, I know that without him, one of the greatest Guitar Hero levels would not have been made. It was extremely difficult playing that, and to see him go, it's just upsetting. He did a lot for the music industry, like Tom MacDonald.
I think the people of Georgia, however, will appreciate this news because the devil will no longer be going down to Georgia. There will be no more devil in Georgia. I think Georgia will finally get a chance of becoming a holy state again. Speaking of Georgia, you know who was born in Georgia? That's right. Kanye West, our presidential candidate.
Oh my god.
Born in Georgia. Atlanta, Georgia.
I didn't know that.
Kanye
didn't know that.
Kanye West.
I didn't know that. Now, that's even more of a reason. See, it's all full circle.
It's full circle. All right. That was this week's episode of the Cold Take Show. I was your host, Lewis.
And I'm your co-host, Ethan.
And once again, we are the most opinionated, most educated, and if you disagree with us, you're probably wrong. This has been the Cold Takes Podcast, brought to you by Toka Sticks Golf Club. And
Toka Sticks!
We'll see you next week.